Blake Snell dominates in Game 1 of the NL Championship Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. As I mentioned, Snell starting for the Dodgers, Aaron Ashby starting for the Brewers. Top of the first inning, Ohtani leads things off with a walk. He's been struggling in the playoffs. Betts is going to pop out, Teoscar Hernandez lines out, and Freddie Freeman strikes out. Bottom of the first for the Brewers, we're going to see a lot of this. A lot of quick 1, 2, 3 innings. So Chourio is going to ground out, and Yelich and Contreras are both going to strike out swinging. Top of the second, Quinn Priester comes in to pitch the bulk innings for the Brewers. And he'll get Smith and Edman to ground out the second. He'll walk Max Muncy, and Kike Hernandez strikes out swinging. Bottom of the second, Turang flies out, Vaughn grounds out, and Frelick flies out. Quick inning for the Brewers. Top of the third, Pages is going to ground out, Ohtani flies out, and Betts grounds out. Bottom of the third inning, Durbin leads things off with a single, Collins strikes out, Durbin gets caught stealing, and Ortiz grounds out. So through the batting order one time, Snell's only faced the minimum 9 batters. Top of the fourth inning, absolutely insane inning watching this live. It's still kind of baffling how it all unfolded, but let's get into this one. So Teoscar leads things off with a walk. Freddie Freeman flies out, Will Smith singles, and Tommy Edman singles. Bases loaded, 1 out, Max Muncy comes up, hits a ball deep to center field, immediately off the bat, where everyone's kind of thinking this may be a grand slam for the Dodgers, and completely silence the Brewers stadium. Center fielder jumps up, pops out of his glove, hits the wall, he catches it off the wall. Immediately, the Dodgers, all their players, except for Teoscar Hernandez, think he caught that ball. He bobbled it and then caught it. So, center fielder Sal Frelick throws the ball in to shortstop Joey Ortiz, who throws it to their catcher William Contreras. It's a forced play at home. Teoscar's running in, slides, and he's out because it's a force out. And then the other runners went back to their base. So, of course, what does William Contreras do? He just meanders over to third base, tags the base, double play. All of that to say, in the books, which is crazy, Max Muncy, a ground into a double play, a 410-foot double play, an 8-6-2-1. So it's an unbelievable situation for the Dodgers, and momentum on the Brewers side because, one, they were heads up to know the situation, got Teoscar out at home, and Contreras was in the game enough to recognize that all he had to do was walk over to third base to get the double play. So an insane turn of events from bases loaded, 1 out to not even a run scored. Bottom of the fourth inning, Chourio and Yelich strike out, and Contreras grounds out. Top of the fifth inning, Kike Hernandez leads things off with a double. Pages grounds out. They'll intentionally walk Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. That could have been dangerous, to intentionally walk Ohtani to get to Mookie Betts in the playoffs. I guess pick your poison, but set up a double play and it works out for the Brewers. Bottom of the fifth, Turang strikes out, Vaughn's going to ground out, and so will Frelick. The Brewers are not able to get anything going on base. Top of the sixth, Chad Patrick's going to come in for the Brewers. He'll get Teoscar to fly out, but Freddie Freeman finally comes through. His first home run of the playoffs gives the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. Will Smith will single, Tommy Edman walks. That'll bring in Jared Koenig. He'll get Muncy to fly out and Kike Hernandez to strike out. Dodgers are ahead 1-0 going into the bottom of the sixth. Durbin and Collins will both strike out, and Ortiz grounds out. Still, Brewers aren't able to put any base runners on against Blake Snell. He was absolutely historically dominant. Seventh inning, couple of 1-2-3s. Pages grounds out, Ohtani grounds out, and Betts flies out. Chourio strikes out again, Yelich grounds out, and Contreras grounds out. Top of the eighth, Trevor McGill comes in for the Brewers. Teoscar flies out, Freddie with a double, so 2 extra base hits for him in this game. And Smith will fly out, and Edman will strike out. Bottom of the eighth, Snell still in the game, gets Turang to ground out, Vaughn to ground out, and Frelick to strike out looking. So 8 innings pitched for Blake Snell. He was absolutely dominant in this game. Top of the ninth, Abner Uribe comes in for the Brewers. He walks Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez singles, Andy Bajas with a sacrifice bunt advances the runners. Ohtani is intentionally walked again, and Mookie Betts is walked in the top of the 9th inning, and that'll score a run because it's bases loaded. So now bases loaded with only the 1 out. Alex Call will pop out to deep shortstop, and Freddie Freeman will fly out, ending any threat. So it's 2-0 Dodgers going into the bottom of the 9th inning. Roki Sasaki, he's been reliable for the Dodgers as the closer. He comes in and was a little shaky in this one. Durbin does pop out to third base, but he walks Isaac Collins, and Jake Bauers with a pinch hit ground rule double. So runners on second and third with 1 out. Brandon Lockridge is going to come in and run in this situation for Bauers. And then Jackson Chourio with an RBI sac fly. It is now 2-1. Christian Yelich is going to walk, and Sasaki is going to end his day. He was just off in this game. I mean, he had been fine in the previous couple series, but in this one, a little shaky. Blake Trinan will relieve him. Yelich steals second base, which Trinan will then pitch around William Contreras. Bases loaded, 2 outs with Bryce Turang up. There's a pitch where he could have been hit by it. It would have tied the game, but mind over body, it forced his leg out of the way. And unfortunately for the Brewers, he strikes out swinging, ending the game 2-1 in an absolute nail-biter in Game 1. So the Dodgers got the 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 11 runners left on base. So the damage could have been a lot worse. And then the Brewers only 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Blake Snell, as I mentioned, gets his 3rd win of the playoffs. Chad Patrick gets the loss, and Blake Trinan gets his first save. Player of the game, hands down, Blake Snell. 8 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 1 hit, no walks, and the win. He's the first pitcher in postseason history to put up those kind of numbers. Unbelievable game for Blake Snell. A couple other game notes. Priester came in the 2nd inning for the bulk work for the Brewers, and he did very well for them. That insane 8-6-2 double play in the 4th. I mean, we're going to be talking about that for a long time after this one. Freddie Freeman got his first home run of the playoffs, gave him the early 1-0 lead. And then Mookie Betts, the bases loaded walk in the 9th, really killed the Brewers because they were able to score on Jackson Chourio's sac fly. And then, as I mentioned before, Bryce Turang, bases loaded, 2 outs, could have been hit by the pitch, but instead strikes out to end the game. We've got Game 2 coming up next. Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Freddie Peralta in that one. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this game, and please hit that subscribe button if you like this video. We'll see you next for Game 2 of the NLCS. Thanks for watching.